What is going on, friends, and thank you for joining me for our interview with UFC middleweight Chris Weidman as he gets ready for his huge fight against Gegard Mousasi at UFC 210, April 8th, 2017 on pay-per-view live from Buffalo, New York at the KeyBank Center, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific, live on pay-per-view. But before we get to our interview with Chris, here's a quick message.
Hey friends, Mike here from Outreach Radio Chicago and Mercado Airways. I am so excited to let you in on a new service we are providing. If you or someone you know has an upstart or established business and company and would like to do some marketing on various platforms, you can do that right now by becoming an official sponsor and power all our interviews with athletes and celebrities. We assure quality audio in the beginning and ending of our interviews that will spotlight your amazing business and help bring in as much traffic as possible to all your outlets. From award-winning celebrities, Sundance Film darling director David Farrier joins us.
Appreciate you having me on the show.
To world champion athletes, UFC bantamweight champion Dominic Cruz. Dominic, how you doing, buddy?
I'm great. How are you, Mike?
We promise you the absolute best from the entire staff of Mercado Airways. For more information, visit us on patreon.com/Mercado Airways. Follow us on Twitter at mmercado2333. Subscribe to us on youtube.com/MikeMercado2333. Like the radio show page on Facebook at Outreach Radio Chicago. Follow us on Instagram, MikeMercado2333. And visit the website, mercadoairways.wordpress.com. Thank you for listening and all the support.
Thank you for keeping it with us, guys. Here is our interview with Chris Weidman. Morning, Chris. How are you, boss?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, my man. Thank you. How you feeling heading into this huge fight this weekend?
Feeling great, man. Never felt better. Excited, motivated, ready to go out there and do my thing.
One thing I saw is you developed your camp a little bit different this time around. You brought in, I believe it was Mark Henry, right? How much of your game do you feel has developed over the last few years since your championship reign?
I got better everywhere. Even though I had 2 fights where I didn't perform my best, that doesn't dictate, my improvement. You could still have some bad. If you're a basketball player, you could have a couple of bad games. That doesn't mean that you're not improving. So I just had 2 bad fights, and but I definitely improved a lot over the years, and I'm going to show it in this fight.
For somebody so competitive like you, especially coming from the wrestling world, how frustrating does it get to have to wait so long? Sometimes in between fights, because I'm sure since the last fight with Romero, you've been biting at the chops to get in it. How important is it, the patience, to make sure you do the camp the right way and that you're going in with a good game plan?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's the difference between this game and, I know I just brought up basketball and different sports, is that you got to wait a long time before you can get back out there and show with your actions, how good you are and prove people wrong. It's one of those things that's great when you win because it resonates among people for a long time until your next fight. But when you lose, it's the opposite effect. As opposed to a basketball game, you have a couple of bad games, you could get right back in there that same week and show otherwise. So it's not frustrating because I don't really focus on that. I focus more on the process, just every day, just trying to win every day, and do as good as I can in practice. And eventually, I know a fight will come, and I'll be able to put all the hard work to work in front of a lot of people.
I think that's really good advice, too, for any of you young fighters or wrestlers listening to that, to stay the course. When it comes to this fight against Mousasi, what do you think is your X factor that's going to, when you get into that octagon, that you're going to win that huge fight and cement yourself, one of the top-tier middleweights still in the UFC?
I think I'm on another level in all aspects of the game, mentally, physically. I'm just ready to push this pace to a level I don't think he's ever felt before. And I'm in there to work and to try to break my opponent. And I'm the one who's going to dictate where this fight goes, whether it's on the floor, whether it's standing. And I think having that ingredient really makes it kind of the X factor for me.
Hey friends, Mike here from Outreach Radio Chicago and Mercado Airways. I am so excited to let you in on a new service we are providing. If you or someone you know has an upstart or established business and company and would like to do some marketing on various platforms, You can do that right now by becoming an official sponsor and power all our interviews with athletes and celebrities. We assure quality audio in the beginning and ending of our interviews that will spotlight your amazing business and help bring in as much traffic as possible to all your outlets. From award-winning celebrities, Sundance Film darling director David Farrier joins us.
Appreciate you having me on the show.
To world champion athletes, UFC Bantamweight champion Dominic Cruz. Dominic, how you doing, buddy?
I'm great. How are you, Mike?
We promise you the absolute best from the entire staff of Mercado Airwaves. For more information, visit us on patreon.com/Mercado Airwaves. Follow us on Twitter at mmercado2333. Subscribe to us on youtube.com/MikeMercado2333. Like the radio show page on Facebook at Outreach Radio Chicago. Follow us on Instagram, MikeMercado2333. And visit the website, mercadoairwaves.wordpress.com. Thank you for listening and all the support.
When you're getting ready for a fight, how much, in your personal opinion, is it physical and mental when you're in there? I mean, does the body kind of, with all the work you do at a camp, does it kind of just go into cruise control and you're just mentally making sure you're doing the right things? Or is it vice versa? You're just not thinking and it's all about making sure you're precise?
I mean, everything on top level of all sports, I think, is mental. I mean, it comes down, it's probably 99% mental. On top sports, everyone's got talent. Everybody's, physically probably strong, and you'd think most people are prepared. But I think the people that are truly confident and mentally tough are the ones that become champions.
Chris, do you still have like the butterflies, or do you get excited before this fight? I know the media week and all that stuff, it's not fun, but like that moment when the music hits and you're walking down the aisle and you're about to get in there, do you still get that excitement you did back when you were coming up, or is it just a little bit more cerebral and just another day in the office?
I'm excited. By the time I'm walking out, I think I'm just excited to go out there and win. I'm not really focused on butterflies or anything like that. I can't even really tell you if I noticed it. But obviously, every human being gets nervous before any big event. So
right.
I use the little butterfly as a way to pump me up, not really a way to I don't let it overcome me.
And I think that's the championship mentality that a lot of people look up to you in, especially with your love for wrestling and teaching. In general, I do an outreach show here in Chicago, and Chicago has its violence and its issues. Do you think with the success that you've had with MMA and wrestling that it can help out the community, that there's something there for people who need to find an outlet? You get kids who get bullied, or kids that have just anger issues, or just don't have the right place to put all that energy. And I know wrestling, when my father put us in there, it was a great way of discipline and a good way for an outlet. Do you think that it has something for the community that the community could get out of it?
Absolutely. I mean, school, some people are school comes natural to, some people it doesn't come natural to. That doesn't mean that you don't work hard at it, but there's different outlets for all different types of people. You can't, like Albert Einstein says, you can't judge a fish by climbing a tree. Everybody has a different gift, and if you don't have different outlets for people to realize their gifts, then you don't have opportunity for people to accomplish dreams and become really great at things that they might have been able to become great at. So obviously, I think it's a great way for people to put their kids into, and obviously, yeah, it's a good place for people to have a focus. I think people that commit crimes in the street, they don't have a passion, and they didn't become obsessed with something. And they need to be able to find a passion. And at an early age, I think it's important to put your kids in every type of thing you possibly can.
Chris, I know you're crazy busy, so we're just going to do a couple quick fun ones for you. When you aren't kicking ass, when you aren't the badass Chris Weidman, what do you like to do with your free time?
Honestly, man, I had all different types of hobbies growing up. I could play video games still a little bit, but
nice.
Having a family, 3 kids, usually my free time, I'm hanging out with them and just enjoying my family.
I think that's one of the cool parts of your story, too, is that you've stayed humbled and if you stayed the family man. And I think a lot of people are rooting for you this weekend, and they're rooting for you to get back into that championship title match that everybody's excited to see. I know you got a crazy day ahead, a crazy week. Where can your fans find you? You on social media? I know you got that gym over by New York. Well, what you guys got going on?
Yeah, man. Well, my social media, Chris Weidman UFC, pretty much on all the fronts on Instagram and Twitter. And then, I know I have a gym out in Garden City, New York, Lawton and May. And, of course, anybody's always welcome to come and join up.
Chris, man, you're the best. Little fourth wall broken. I was geeking out a little bit when this opportunity came out. So thank you, man, for making some time for us. And good luck this weekend. Good health and all the best to the fam.
I appreciate that, man. Have a good one.
A huge thank you and good luck to Chris Weidman. You can catch his fight against Gegard Mousasi. It's UFC 210, April 8th, 2017 on pay-per-view live from Buffalo, New York, 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific. You can check out the prelims live on Fox Sports 1 starting at 8 p.m. Eastern. It's going to be a good fight, guys. Hopefully you all enjoy it. That'll do it for us, though. Don't forget you can follow us everywhere in the universe. I'm on Twitter at mmercado2333. You can follow us on Instagram at MikeMercado2333. We're on iTunes. Subscribe to us. Please rate, review, share us, guys. We really appreciate it. It's Mercado Airwaves. You can subscribe to us on YouTube, Mike Mercado2333. And you can listen to other interviews we've done on Mercado Airwaves and past episodes of Outreach Radio Chicago. Speaking of Outreach Radio Chicago, like us on Facebook at Outreach Radio Chicago and Mercado Airwaves to see all the behind-the-scenes stuff that we are working on. And, of course, you can support us and become a First Access member. You can get all our interviews ad-free. And before anybody else, just visit us on patreon.com/Mercado Airwaves and see how you can do that. And, of course, the website, mercadoairwaves.wordpress.com. Thank you again to Chris Weidman. Thank you to the UFC. Thank you all for listening, and we will see you next time.
Hey friends, Mike here from Outreach Radio Chicago and Mercado Airwaves. I am so excited to let you in on a new service we are providing. If you or someone you know has an upstart or established business and company and would like to do some marketing on various platforms, you can do that right now by becoming an official sponsor and power all our interviews with athletes and celebrities. We assure quality audio in the beginning and ending of our interviews that will spotlight your amazing business and help bring in as much traffic as possible to all your outlets. From award-winning celebrities, Sundance Film darling director David Farrier joins us.
Appreciate you having me on the show.
To world champion athletes, UFC bantamweight champion Dominic Cruz. Dominic, how you doing, buddy?
I'm great. How are you, Mike?
We promise you the absolute best from the entire staff of Mercado Airwaves. For more information, visit us on patreon.com/Mercado Airwaves. Follow us on Twitter at mmercado2333. Subscribe to us on youtube.com/MikeMercado2333. Like the radio show page on Facebook at Outreach Radio Chicago. Follow us on Instagram, MikeMercado2333. And visit the website, mercadoairwaves.wordpress.com. Thank you for listening and all the support.